From my knowledge, this is his earliest, one of his first lead roles in something.
What is this?
Wow!
What are you kids watching?
The Newsly's turned into a werewolf.
Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to Werewolf Week on Random Horror. And of course, it's Werewolf Week, and today's review is gonna be, yes, Teen Wolf 2. So this is the sequel to 1985's Teen Wolf. This one is directed by Chris Leach, starring a young Jason Bateman, Kim Darby, John Astin, Paul Sands, James Hampton, Mark Holton, S.T. Chandler, and Stuart Fratkin. Those are stars. So basically, this one, we don't have Scott Howard in this one. No, in this it's his cousin Todd Howard, played by Jason Bateman, and this one does not have Michael J. Fox in it. So basically, Todd, he's like, he's a teen, he's going to college, he's like, also like, does boxing and that for a sport, but, of course, as he's going up in the world, he goes through some changes and discovers that, like his cousin, Scott, he has lycanthropy abilities, and soon discovers that once he can transform into a werewolf, he's cool and everybody loves him and wants some. And that. So, let's get on to my likes and dislikes about this classic howler. So, first of all, I like that this wasn't trying to be like its predecessor. I mean, I liked how it didn't have a continuation of Scott Howard, I mean, they could have gone in that direction. They could have had it, like, following on where he's, like, going to college and that. But they wanted to go in a different approach and have his, like, cousin in this. Also, Jason Bateman, in this, he actually does play a teenager, and he also is a teenager at the time. I think he was about 18 when he got this role. And from my knowledge, this is his earliest, one of his first lead roles in something. And of course, he looks really young, quite unrecognisable to me. I mean, I wouldn't have known. until I saw it. Yeah, I liked the story in this, and how he thought this lycanthropicness was cool and that, and also I thought this was a fun sequel, and in many ways you don't really need to see the first film to get this one. I mean, as long as you know of the first one, you don't really need to watch the first one. I mean, this is a story. This is like a completely different, like, standalone story, and that, but with the same family, the Howard family, in this, and that. But that's what I sometimes like about standalone sequels. They do have like the format of the previous film, but it's not like a continuation from the previous one, and that. Like I said, they could have gone in that approach, but obviously they didn't. Michael J. Fox didn't do this one. I don't know why. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know about that bit. Yeah, I thought this was a great film, and it had great, again, great transformation effects for its time. This was 2 years after Teen Wolf, so it was 1987. Yeah, I liked Jason Bateman's performance in this, and he did great for his first role. Well, like I said, his earliest lead role for me. And that. I also like the whole like dance number he does in the film when he's like dancing and singing to like "Do You Love Me," and that. I like that a bit. It's like cheesy as hell, yet for some reason I just love that scene. That's the most memorable scene for me as well from watching that. I would have loved to have seen a cameo from Michael J. Fox in this. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched this one, but I do remember that being that way and that. Yeah, this was a fun film. My dislikes on this one. Yeah, probably my dislike is, I can't think of one. It's completely gone now. Yeah, I enjoyed this film. It was a good sequel. Was it better than the first one? Was it as good as the first one? No, I much prefer the first film and that. But I would say that this is very underrated, or at least a forgotten gem, because I don't see enough reviews about this film or enough discussions about it. So that's why I think we should, like, that's why I decided to review this one as well, because I find it underrated and stuff. Anyway, final thoughts and ratings. I thought this was okay. It was a great film. Great effects for its time and stuff. Proper 80s cheese and that, and comedy in there. Probably one of the most family-friendly werewolf films, out there for, like, werewolf-wise. I mean, the TV series is nothing like that. In fact, I would say the only thing it has in common with the TV show is the name and, like, teenagers and werewolves and that and stuff. Okay, so ratings. I'm going to give Teen Wolf 2. You know what? I'm going to give this 3 full moons out of 5. So that has been my review on Teen Wolf 2. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description. My Facebook group, The Random Horror Madhouse, my Twitter, Instagram, all linked, down below in the description. So, be sure to check all that out. And until next time, don't have nightmares.